All right, man, I'm going to take you down the rabbit hole. You've never heard of Ren before, bro?
I have not.
Well.
So here we go.
Oh, yeah, man. Say hi. Hi.
Hi, Ren.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
And it's your boy, Don Wannabe. I'm already like flabbergasted. I was like thinking I was going to get some rap stuff, and then I see a guy get wheeled in by a bloody pig. And this dude starts playing a guitar. What am I in for?
Yo, this is going to be...
What am I about to watch?
Yeah, so this is what's crazy. So for you guys that don't know, me and Don started the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast together. And in that time, we went a lot of different areas, but he left for almost damn near a year, if you really want to
8 months.
put it
I mean,
all
we
together.
could call it a year.
Yeah, but he's back. And in that time, I've discovered Ren. And then I put that discovery in front of D-Cure, Mr. Biscuit, and some of those reactions are going crazy. But then one day I was like, he's never heard of Ren yet. You have not. So I was like, let's do it. We're going to go down a rabbit hole. So today we're going to start with Hi Ren because I think it's only right to start with Hi Ren. Then we're going to do, now this one I have not seen yet. Okay. I think it's called Chalk Outlines or something with him and someone else. So that's going to be my first time reaction to that with him. And then we're going to end with Genesis because I haven't seen that one either. Because I figured Hi Ren is just a great way to get you started. And then there's other reactions we can do down the road because he has so much music.
And I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, you don't even know what he does. So this is going to be awesome. So
Is he English? Why do I get a vibe that...
Yeah, he's from the UK.
Isn't that so funny? For some reason, immediately when I heard the guitar playing and just I don't know. You've spoken highly of him. I've heard things. So I was like, this dude is so talented. And for some reason, the UK just produces amazing artists that kind of blend genres. Like Amy Winehouse, Adele.
Hey, there you go. Well, you're about to find out. Before we get into this, you guys, don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the content. But if you're really rocking with the vibes, subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000 subs before the end of the year. And we cannot do that without you. Without further ado, 40-year-old what?
Boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old
what?
Boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, let me get this logo down. If y'all aren't familiar with the channel, welcome. We're the 40-year-old FUQ Boys. And yeah, I do have some cool Ren reactions. I think we did Sick Boy with Chris Calico, one with Mr. Biscuit, one with D-Cure. All of them are doing really well. But if you haven't seen them before, check them out. I think you'd enjoy them if you enjoy this. But without further ado, let's get this thing started, man. We're going to get on these. This is what introduced me to him. That's why everyone that I've played Ren, I use this. I mean, look at the name, right? But this is what introduced me to him. And let's just see what you think. I don't want to talk too much. Let you react, and here we go.
Yeah, he's got that Spanish guitar vibes. I'm like, damn.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this, man. You see that little mic on his shoulder?
Yeah.
They did this live, I believe, in one take.
Damn.
So all I know is he's performing this in real time. That's why the mic's there and all this different stuff. Now, if I'm incorrect, you guys let me know in the comments in the chat. But that was one of the things where I was like, oh, this dude's kind of snapping. You see the guitars plugged in and everything.
Ren, it's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky, cause I always come back. Deep down you know that, deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro, I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd, not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing.
Okay. Well, first off, I was not expecting the singing at the beginning. That was dope. Just the way that you, I mean, my voice is so terrible. I can't even come close to.
High.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, so that, and I'm trying to figure out what is happening here. It's like he's having a conversation with himself, or like his addiction, because he was talking about therapy, 12-step program.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Okay. This is wild. I mean, it's great so far.
I can I'll punch in, but I mean, I think you're on the right path, kind of, with your first inclination. But you know, we about to vibe. You know what I'm saying?
It's a mystery. I feel like I'm watching a thriller movie, and I got to figure out what's happening.
All right, yo, he has this ill one called, I think it's The Tale of Jenny and Screech. I don't know if we're gonna do that one today because it's like 13 minutes long, but it's the story. We might have to do that on another one. That's.
And rejoice, all your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great, and when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky.
Oh shit. So it's like an alter ego split personality thing. That's the vibes that I'm getting.
Yeah, when I first watched this, I think my definition is like internal dialogue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Me your purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist, the pinnacle.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's wild.
He's going hard.
Well, just talking about breaking the fourth wall, that's like, do you know what that is? So it's like a term in theater. So the idea is you're not supposed to like stare at the camera because it breaks the fourth wall. The fourth wall is the audience. And so you're not supposed to acknowledge that the audience is there. So that's just like a super kind of deep, dive that he did by saying, I'm going to break that fourth wall, acknowledge what's happening in this song and what I'm actually trying to do. And then he goes into an explanation of what his thought process was trying to make the song. And,
it's wild because I think this is my fourth or fifth time reacting to this because I put people in front of this. Yeah. No one caught that. And that went over my head. I did not know because I'm not into like theater at that level. So I didn't know about the fourth wall.
Yeah.
So that's kind of ill. That's crazy you caught that.
has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with his subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves. And I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren. Hi Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm.
So, I mean, I could just watch this whole video without commenting because it's engrossing, but he's having a conversation with the devil is what it sounds like. So, and then I'm just like, acknowledging, like, so you have kind of hyped this up to a degree in the sense that you're like, oh, these reactions have been amazing, and I had no idea what I was getting into. Like, I was thinking it was going to be like rap because that's typically what we do. There is like a touch of rap with the way that he writes it, but it's like I can understand why people are super hyped on him because he's doing a performance. And when I talked about like the theater aspect of it, he's acting out these parts, like especially if he did this in one take, like you're saying. I mean, it might have taken him many takes to do it, but he's playing these two roles, and it's like even in his facial expressions when he's like saying like the part of him, like, and why he's doing the music, like I can feel the two characters and the difference of him. It's not just like, oh, you know, hey, I'm telling two sides of a story. It's like he's making this little transformation with his voice, his inflections, even in his facial expressions between the two characters where there's like this distinct difference in tone. So it's like, it's not just like a song. He's like acting it out. So I totally get why people are hyped on this.
I'm struggling right now because I've realized like I don't want a spoiler alert. I'm just letting you have your own experience.
And
there are things I want to see, but I'm like, I know the end of the story or however these things play out. So I'm just like, all right, man. So it's interesting hearing what you say, because at the end of this, then I can tap in and be like, yo, this is what I thought. And
And then as soon as I am getting the devil aspect, it starts making me think of like, you know, was it Daniel Johnston or, you know, the guy who sold his soul for success? You know that story of the crossroads? And so I don't know why that just popped into my mind, because he's playing the guitar and he's talking to the devil, and I'm like, where are we going with this?
Hell yeah. It's crazy. I didn't even realize till right now this is a 9-minute song. That's wild.
But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as Hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that make to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate to different sides.
Thought we were about to see some butt cheeks. Usually those hospital gowns are open.
All you thinking about. All you thinking about is
My
cheeks.
bad. My bad.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Crazy. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely a unique perspective and take on music that, you know, it's hard to put it in a box and define it.
Yeah. Seems like it left you smitten. You know, what I took from this, from the jump, because I've seen it multiple times now, but even from the jump, I felt like it's internal dialogue, you know, the angel and the devil that sits on your shoulder. Yeah. That's what
at the end of it, that's kind of what I got. At first, I thought it was more of just like an internal dialogue with himself about certain struggles. But I mean, even that, calling it the angel and the demon, I mean, that's what we represent. You know, there's all those little cartoons of like the two little characters sitting on your shoulder. And that's kind of what the battle of life is. Yeah. Is like those two different voices, whether you go the full route deep into like the spirituality aspect, or if you just say it's like a negative internal voice or a positive internal voice, it's still that struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, I trip out because you don't even know about him. So the story is he has some autoimmune. I think he has Lyme's disease. Because in Sick Boy, he says, sick boy, bitten by a tick boy or something like that. And but he has some crazy autoimmune disease that he's been fighting. And right now he's in Canada getting treatments. I think he just had a surgery. They're doing all this stuff, and they can't figure it out. And there's a part in here that scared me just now. Because originally I've heard this multiple times, but I think it's called foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And when he's saying, I don't think I don't know. Right? He's fighting and he wants to be here. You can tell. But the foreshadowing reminded me. It kind of scared me. It reminded me of Tupac because he was like, "Yo, my music's gonna live on when I'm gone." And for him to be so young, talking about that already, I was just like, "Huh." But at the same time, it doesn't have to be that dark. It can also just be like, "Hey, I'm putting out such amazing art that it's gonna speak for me when I'm no longer here." Just in general, like it might be when I'm 90 years old and gone. You know what I'm saying? But there was something I got that was a little eerie because I'm following his story now, and he posted something the other day. I think he has a music video dropping in like 2 or 3 weeks.
But do you get an artist like this without that? That's what I start thinking is like, okay, it's like if you were told, hey, you have maybe 2 years to live, like how does that impact your life and what you try to put out?
Bro, the depth he said at the end of this. Dude, I'm 43 years old, and I ain't never said nothing that prophetic. I say some ill stuff every now and then, but and I'm sure he's in his late 20s probably. Yeah. Talking like that, I'm like, but that's what you're saying, that life experience, you fast forward through these thoughts, and you lit like he doesn't.
Well, just the sickness in and of itself, like puts you in this different headspace because you don't really, I think, appreciate the things that are given to you until they're taken away or until you have an illness where it puts your whole life into question.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not knowing, it's like, well, I want to have my life mean something and I don't have time to like sit around and, hope that I make good music. Like I've got to push myself because what I got from it in the conversation is him wanting to do something original and different.
Yeah.
And part of maybe the aspect of him being sick is thinking like, I may not have 40 years to do that. I have to do it now. And that's what the internal struggle is. Like, how do I push myself to create something original? Oh, you just sound like Eminem.
Yeah.
But I did it with the guitar. Oh, Plan B did it, and he's like, shit, I got to go back to the drawing board. How do I create something original?
Yeah. I thought it was unique too, because you hit it on the nose early. You talked about the genre bending thing. Cause he's like there's something that's like, reminds me of like a folk singer where he's like, but then it's like he's playing the guitar, he's rapping, he's talking. But the other thing is he's literally doing a Broadway musical in front of us. This is a Broadway play. We're watching him act. We're watching then him stand up. And then the end is like a poetry slam. Yeah. Like some poetic, you know what I'm saying? So there is a lot there, but, man,
and then I always get, intrigued because I want to know like, what's his story? Like how, cause to me, I was getting Spanish guitar vibes, like classical guitar. It's not like, I wasn't getting like blues or, rock vibes. Like for whatever reason, I was getting like a classically trained guitar vibe. So that's just something that's a little bit different. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I'm just hearing something that's different than even like, we reacted to a video of Upchurch and, there's guitar, but it's like a different, vibe. It
sounded like really poppy in that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder, like, what is his background? Where did he learn how to play guitar? How is like, am I hearing that properly or am I just making shit up?
Well, welcome to the Ren train.
10 toes down, watch him bring it back. Walk the long mile, check the internet. Hustling and grind, yes, I'm in that.